console, 'cause I can't copy and paste from the...
Or still, mine's actually a cube, so it would work decently on these screens.
It's easy to search through my chat history or console. Wasn't continuously spammed with fucking exceptions from all the random bullshit.
Docker, yes, that's another possibility. Yeah, actually, the Docker logo, if you can find... Yeah, get a Docker whale of some sort, if possible.
Okay.
Okay.
When do you want me to run the command? Here you go.
Ah, right.
That is just being repeatedly showing up in my launcher log.
I thought we were supposed to not use creative memory. Why is it's earned sort of really? Oh, it's better than Minecon, not better than Minecon. Yeah, Ern has guessed my number. Celine has someone that misspelled than. Oops, I forgot. I need to dual wield these.
It's Train Man.
Ah.
He fights with the trains that make up his arms and head.
Yeah.
They're obviously particle beam cannons that are disguised as trains.
You. Ha 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 ha. Oh ho ho ho. Yeah, it's a pity we don't have armor in its workshop, because then I can't fly around on a broom.
I wish I had the magical power of flight.
How did you get that one on your shoulder?
Hat slot. Apparently these can go onto the hat slot. It appears to be
Why
a
not?
feature.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Now it looks like a cannon.
I will train you.
You can tell it. Alright, I'm actually curious if there's a stains in here. It's a peppercorn, Pacific, Energy, Big Bull. What else is there? If there's a stains in there, then chances are, yeah. If you ever see like something where they have a stains, chances are they have they have a few G scale trains. G scale is probably the largest common scale of model train. We have a few G scale trains here.
God, this software takes forever.
Why does this pack use 6 gig of RAM?
It's still using less than the 5 gig I've given it so far.
I just gave up and gave mine 8 gig. So far, it's using.
It might be a video memory
the
leak.
cap is at 7 gig.
Yes, I give it 8 gig, but it's capping at 7/196.
To the guy who's talking about this taking 6 gigs, what's your GPU?
I'm personally running a 480 GTX 480.
Running a 1080.
What?
I was the one who
I
mentioned
wanna-
6 gig, and I'm
That's
running
weird.
a 1070.
No choice but to totally
Alright, so
There are a couple bad memory leaks in this pack, though.
If the U.S. is forced to defend itself,
I've just been getting it 4 gigs.
I ran it on 4 gigs, and then I dealt with a memory leak that killed my frame rate completely. I didn't want to deal with it again.
Hey, Isaiah.
Ristel, I've got a feeling that it's probably not gonna leak. But sorry, no, I've got a feeling it's probably not going to be an issue if you don't match it properly. Like, it's going to go through the algorithm anyway. I think the only real issue
So I'm
is
guessing these open computers don't
that
support Adobe RGB.
what the hell is Adobe RGB?
You really don't know what Adobe RGB is?
Yeah, I probably know I probably understand what the technical term is, but not the fancy brand. So just explain what it is, and I'll tell you what I think.
It's the RGB codecs that Adobe uses for their programs. It's a modified sRGB.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, it's kind of sRGB but proprietary
guess
because
not here.
Adobe pricks.
It's designed for more bright colors than standard sRGB.
Yeah, I would have thought it was more like it's designed for more like trying to suck money out of Mac users.
Oh, yeah, it does that pretty well too. Because their screens can't display Adobe RGB. So you have to buy a separate monitor to display Adobe RGB. Even though every monitor I've ever owned supports it. Well, Adobe RGB has existed for the last 10 years, at least.
so here it's actually variable, and you don't really talk about bits here because it's not. So it doesn't round to a power of 2. So it's a 685 cube. 6 possible reds, 8 possible greens, 5 possible blues, and then there's a 8 bits per component for 16 color palettes, which is sort of lined up with that. Yeah, unless you actually leverage the palette properly, in which case it will display better than it currently does.
I don't think I do dithering propering on this.
If you use ACC it might actually do a better job than what's here because it will pick the colours fairly decently. Yeah. Yeah. Try setup.
I have to compile that then. Because I'm not using ASCII solution. It doesn't look that good.
Yeah, his is probably cleaner than mine. Mine requires a specific format of target. Has to be top left. Yeah, it has to be top left.
I just ended up porting it to use load.
Can you have too many trains? No, just kidding. Just visit me on twitch.tv/IHLPie/subscribe. I don't even want
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, have any of you ever watched Hotline Miami speedruns at GDQs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think it was the Hotline 1 run where they just start, they reach a point where they just start saying, oh yeah, and Hotline 3, it's like, oh, whatever. So in Hotline 4, they just start increasing the count and just becomes this running gag. It's like, and yeah, we have a guide at, we have a guide on twitch.tv/IHL5/subscribe.
And you have to subscribe to get it, obviously.
Yeah. I'm surprised. That was probably the first time someone ever wore a MAGA hat at GDQ. The second time the guy who wasn't wearing a MAGA hat got banned, and they're like, basically the management's a bit shit.
Okay, SFX works. I will switch to positional audio just because you asked me nicely.
That's because he's following you.
I just don't like the positional audio solution that we're using. But the thing is, when we're spread out jumping around, it's kind of annoying.
It's really fun when you're on a train.
Yeah, the trains are ridiculous. Is Cam working on fixing that right now?
No clue. I hope he is. I had fun.
Okay, let's see if we can actually go for a train night. All right.
I don't think so.
Continuous.
Well, let's go find out, guys. Over to the station that I know where it is. remember messing with it day one before it exploded.
Ah.
Alright, I got the music sorted.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hate this version.
What is this song? I actually really like it. Never found the name of it.
Like in the 90s, this is the hardcore edit.
It's not bad. Riding through the danger zone now.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like the placements are just temporarily fixed.
Still reliable as ever.
If you press space, you can get rid of your parachute.
Where do these parachutes come from?
I don't see this in any chat.
I'm guessing we don't want to get it above about this right now. Well, it will derail.
Yeah, I figure we should get as lot as we can.
The train is riding in air
Before
for me.
the derailing from overspeed logic gets added.
That'll be.
Oh, you can kind of look around here.
Go get
In the ground covers.
Mad remix.
Did that break? Make that
answers that question.
that music is loud now.
Sure hope that wasn't
Forcibly
me.
closed.
DJ, mind switching to push to talk?
It's not me.
Was it then? Like
I believe it's Grease Monkey.
I shouldn't be echoing music, but I shouldn't be echoing because I've been switching my mic off.
Well, yeah, I'm on push to talk too, but
I was echoing
Push to
for a
talk.
bit, but was probably on PTT anyway.
I might have been echoing for a minute, but I muted quickly. Mad remix, by the way.
It's loading. Yeah. Yeah. If you like this, you'll not like what I've got next, which I think is by the same guy.
Oh god.
Mix.
server's still starting.
Till the server's warmed up before I
I thought we just crashed it so bad it reverted to vanilla.
Could that be the reason for the crash?
That right there is fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Yes.
Yeah, that's not a crash.
Everything is fine.
Everything is a lie.
Yes, I see that, Ristel.
Everything's
Thank
a
you.
lie.
Pretty much. Huh, it's over here.
Don't move the train forward. I'm on the tracks.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, that train seems to have some issues.
Yeah, there's something funky going on there.
Wait. Are you saying it's funky locomotion?
Find a building and jump off it, please, Brennan.
You did a funny.
Server is kill. Yep.
Furious
Only I
keep
can
up.
type that fast.
Yeah, I might as well switch to push to talk for now until the audio is stable, and then I can switch to continuous again.
That's what popped up in my client when the server crashed.
Yeah, well, that's expected. That's mostly Minecraft saying, "Hey, the server is kind of not there anymore. What do I do?"
Yeah.
It covers. Maybe I should add something similar to what Lolnit has to Brandon's score, where you can type a command to get the last crash report in the server.
Yes.
Well, Brandon Core is on the server right now, so.
Ooh.
Because we have
Yeah.
Brandon.
It doesn't exist. I said maybe I should add that.
I mean, I don't know how much of that is the plugin Lolnet has, or that's their custom launch wrapper for the server that catches the exception.
I'm not sure, but it wouldn't be too hard to add a command which just gets the latest crash report from the crash reports folder.
Provided that the server actually, dumped a crash report.
Well,
Which it doesn't
yeah.
always do.
Alright, that.
What?
What if it crashes when it tries to figure out why it crashed?
We should break that train and replace it.
Yeah.
By the way, it seems like some of the train station has disappeared.
Did it go boom?
I think the train may have gone boom.
Oh no!
Train gone rogue?
I should
Also,
probably get rid of
how the
these
hell do
trains
you
that are
render
all
those
on me.
trains?
Do we need to get player Modmus?
Pokemon.
Guess I've got to go back to work for now. Thanks.
How the hell do you render those trains? I've got to give you mad props for that. I totally expected my FPS to tank.
It was a combination of hacks and wizardry, pretty much.
Very, very
I completely
carefully.
understand.
Don't you mean your frame rate was going to tank each other?
I may have just poked Modmus via one way I know how to contact him.
I poked him in IRC as well. Is the train stuff open source or visible source
yeah.
at least?
Yeah. It's LGPL.
Alright.
Can you give us a link to the repo?
Sure.
I'm really, really curious.
Oh, the server died again.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, we're in a crash loop now.
Ah.
I always wonder if I should have a. Oh no, actually, someone who can be fucked can actually keep stuff. I almost wonder if we should have a mod which just keeps track of the number of times the service has been service started.
That would be easy to wrap it in some sort of script to keep track of that, I believe.
Just wrap everything in try-catch.
Oh, you have your own OBJ parser.
Yep. Yeah. So that's one of the big benefits is I actually support the majority of the OBJ spec.
Yeah, I see that. That's splendid.
Cam, could it be possible to make the rails placed or delete blocks if you're in creative mode when you're placing it?
That's a good idea. That would make building servers a lot easier. Let me put in a ticket for that.
I've been meaning to rewrite CCL's OBJ parser to be less retarded and actually support things more than just groups and vertexes, and that's it.
I love how I come up with ideas, and he's like, "Yeah, I should add that."
Well, that's how you build a community.
But rewrite.
Yeah, as far as the technical details of how the rendering system works, what I do is I use a vertex array, and I upload one of those. I could be a lot more efficient with this with striding, but I do 4 vertex array uploads, one for color, texture, and all that positions.
Yep. I pretty much can piece together how you do it.
Yep. Yeah, but the key to this is wrapping it in a display list. That way you don't have to upload it to the graphics card every time.
Right. I was pretty sure display lists were deprecated, right? And that's the whole point of a VBO, is to use that instead of display lists, right?
Yeah, and I'd like to move to VBOs eventually, but everything's a function